Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. You could call me this guy if my name is tricky to pronounce. Today, bring on the hate. Yes, I'm going to be doing two of these videos. I'm just going to be doing general hate and then I'm going to be doing martial code hate. Yes, because I do YouTube videos, I get a bunch of hate comments, which, yeah, that comes with the territory. I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, I don't think it's okay to write some of the stuff that's written on YouTube, but I get it. It's YouTube, that happens. The reason I'm making these videos is not to complain. It's to partly just entertain people and myself, and partly kind of educational as well, because I think that while I understand that this is YouTube and this stuff goes on, I think there is the problem that kids can read these comments and think that it's okay to say these kinds of things to other people. And while I realize that it comes with the territory of making YouTube videos, there probably are quite a few people on YouTube who don't take these comments that well and who get down, they feel down when someone writes a mean comment. And I'm not totally immune to that. I mean, I've felt bad as well occasionally, but for the most part, I kind of shrug it off. But today I'm going to read you some of these, and I'm going to do it in quote-unquote funny voices. And if you feel offended by these voices and accents, well, feel free. Life sucks. Get a helmet. So this is video number one, just general kind of hate, and the second one is from the martial code videos, because I got a lot of hate for those. So here we go. Hempe Gisgard writes,
I love it. Cut your hair. Get a life.
Yeah, I'm not going to be monetizing these videos, by the way, because I'm going to be swearing. So, yeah, why don't you fuck yourself, Hempe? I'm not going to cut my hair. I'm going to leave it long, just to annoy the fuck out of you. And I have a life. It's a very sad life. Because Hempe made it sad. And we have a second one by Mr. Hempe. Hempe doesn't really know how to articulate his thoughts.
JCM 800 sounds crap, the real one. But if you add a tuba screamer, it's open up. I hate you. Fucking seed ruiner. No soul.
I wonder what a seed ruiner is. I don't know which video this was in relation to, I forget. But yeah, no soul in a gear review. Oh, so sad. If you're looking for soulful music, maybe you shouldn't be watching gear reviews. The fucking seed ruiner. That's great. I think he means I'm a wanker. Then again, I'm not the one writing shit in the comments of someone else's YouTube videos. So, there is that. Mark Branson writes, every sound that you like sucks so bad. You must have an ear problem. I'm not being mean or joking. Something is wrong with your hearing, and maybe it's just your taste in sound. I have an ear problem because my subjective tastes are different to yours. Actually, it sounds like I'm not the one with the problem. I might have an ear problem, I don't know. But then again, what can I say? Apart from, fuck you. You try doing this. In relation to that, most of the people who write this kind of stuff are people who don't have anything to contribute in any way on YouTube. And probably not anywhere else either. And they just make themselves feel better by putting other people down, because that's all they know. Then we have Yuka Tech.
You say at the end of the day, the guitar is the most important thing, but you're playing with a piece of Chinese junk, LOL. That is why the amp don't sound as good as it really does. Comparing a silly Roland cube with this THR is a joke? Question mark. Can you record with a cube? No. Can you use the cube as an audio interface? No. Does the cube sound as good as this THR? No.
Well, a few points here that I probably should address. Can you record with a cube? Yes, you can. You can record the old-fashioned way. You stick a microphone in front of it, and that's pretty awesome. That's the best way to record basically anything. But then again, if you just want to connect to USB, blah blah, or whatever, not really learn how to mic up an amp, well, feel free. And I'm also playing a piece of Chinese junk made in Finland by a professional luthier who has, to my knowledge, not even been to China. Yes, Chinese junk. He's referencing, I assume it's a he, is referencing my mahogany Strat. And comparing a silly Roland microcube to a THR, well, it's a silly comparison really, seeing as the THR is way more expensive than the microcube. I think it's 3 times the price of a new Roland microcube, and 6 times the price of a second-hand one. But then again, yes, silly Roland microcube because they're crap. Can you use the cube as an audio interface? No, you cannot. And that is true. But then again, I prefer to use actual, real, proper, good audio interfaces and not guitar amps as audio interfaces. But if you want to do that, feel free to do so. Does the cube sound as good as the THR? Nope, says Yucatec, but that's subjective if you like the THR. Go the fuck right ahead. Personally, I would take the Roland microcube over the THR any day of the week. And really, I take quite a lot of things over the THR. But then again, that's just me. If you don't like it, fuck off. Salvador Monella. That guitar is not a Stratocaster. Stratocasters are made by Fender. Like the Squier Stratocaster. Okay, Squier is by Fender, but still. It's a model. It's a model of a guitar, not the fucking company. Loads of companies make Stratocasters. And again, we're referencing the mahogany Strat that I use, which, yeah, let's just say it's Chinese junk, shall we? Kevin Bate. You suck at doing demos! Shut up and demo it! Stop yapping! Sorry. Have I made you sad by talking a lot? Do you know, there are videos for people like you, they say X pedal sound demo and in parentheses no talking. Why don't you watch one of those? Then we have Photo Picker. Take this with a huge grain of salt, but wanker rock. You know, take the sound of someone famous and make it yours. All them notes and not a melody to be found. I'd rather get pissed on by a 3-note solo that makes me cry than a tornado of notes that leaves me confused, empty, and in need of proper medication. Not to worry though, the universe of guitar is filled with such accomplished artists. Yeah, guilty as charged. I play a lot of notes. And it's a gear demo. What do you expect? Are you really expecting 3 notes that make you cry in a gear demo? Might need that medication regardless of the amount of notes that I play. And then we have Salvador Monella again. Stop. No, really, stop. I'm not here to watch you rip through leads, demo the amp and be done with it. Jeez, musical masturbation. I get a lot of this masturbation thing. Again, it's a gear demo. Did you really thought, would you really think it was gonna be Mozart? Are you fucking delusional? What the fuck's wrong with people? It's a gear demo! Fine, you don't like my playing style. That's okay. I mean, you don't have to. But you don't have to call me a wanker just because I play many notes. I mean, I could call you a wanker for just writing shit on my wall or in my comments. Because it's opinion masturbation. Except that it's shit flying out of your mouth, or in this in this case from the keyboard. Frankie Caster writes, just to tell you that you don't have to try to be funny, it's worthless. Just like now. And how can it be the best amp ever if it has scrapey sound? I think you're trying to say crappy. So yeah, when I get spelling mistakes a lot in the comments, I kind of worry that has the person been drunk. And I actually had this once where someone wrote something mean to me and I responded in a quite a mean way, and I got a response. I got an apology, and the guy said that he had actually been drunk when he wrote it, and he checked out some of my material. I think it was something to the effect of me being a wanker, and he checked out some of my other material, some of my actual music, and he said, sorry, yeah, I have no defense except that I was drunk. I've had that once, and I've been on YouTube for a while. Yeah, so my crapey sound. Marcus Enrique writes, glass half empty kind of guy. I've never seen him give any popular gear a positive review, but he is definitely getting a worse tone from the THR than most of the other reviewers. So maybe it's not the amp, or maybe it is. To this point, if I'm getting worse sounds from something than most other YouTubers, it's probably because I'm not trying to make them sound brilliant, because I'm not trying to sell them. I'm trying to make them sound basically what they are. I'm doing no post-processing, none of that stuff. And yeah, that's kind of... keep that in mind.
Shreddy McFucktard Shredstein! Hey dude, the 90s called! They want their shred back! While you're at it, send all of your rap friends with them.
This was running on empty, commenting on something or other. My friends, my rap friends. Ah, yes, there are many of those. I have no friends then. Yes, caps lock is always a good thing. As one of those persons that assume that I'm just a shredder. And some of these comments have actually made me try to vary my playing in videos. But it's not really been these kind of screaming comments. It's been kind of constructive comments. Well, maybe you could do something like this. Maybe play a bit of blues or whatnot. And I've tried to do that because it's a good idea in general to try to be varied. When I started doing this, I was just kind of, yeah, I'll play this and this thing sounds like this and I like it or I don't like it or something like that. I mean, I didn't just try to shred, I tried to show different sounds, but I'm trying to become more diverse. Shreddy McFucktard Shredstein, running on empty. Yeah, try to make your letters a bit more diverse by not just having caps lock on all the time. OC Guitar Dude writes,
for those of you who say the Roland Cube sounds better, you are all tone deaf.
Yes, we are all deaf. Marcelo Magalhaes writes, heavy metal players don't have good ears. LOL. Yes. LOL indeed. Our ears are bad. Bad ears. What happens when you're a metal player who does blues as well? Is that you have bad ears then? Probably. It's just you're tainted by metal. Michael Wiley writes,
You could make an expensive pedal sound bad.
yes, of course I could. I know what I'm doing. I never set out to make anything sound bad. But I could if I wanted to. Mark Behrens.
You're not playing the kind of music through that amp that it's meant for. I was just reading that it primarily caters to the metal genre with the ability to hold nice cleans. Turn your damn overdrive and gain all the way up. This isn't Twinkle Twinkle amp reviews, Mr. Man Bun Ponytail. It's a metal amp. Mine works great. It also helps to play with decent pickups. No way that guitar you're using can touch the output of my Schecter and ESP put out.
Yeah, the pickups on my guitars cannot touch the output of his ESPs and Schecters, probably because he probably has higher gain pickups on those guitars. And high gain pickups are great for some stuff. Personally, I don't really like them for what I do, but then again, that's all good, that's all subjective. Mr. Man Bun Ponytail out. Twinkle Twinkle amp reviews. Maybe I'll rename my amp reviews to Welcome to Twinkle Twinkle amp reviews with Mr. Man Bun Ponytail. Then we have Norbert Itterman, who's been a regular hater on the channel, but oddly he also writes positive comments, which is, well, good to keep a balance.
Watch the video from Bonedo. Maybe you learn how to handle this amp. If not, keep on doodling your Malmsteen licks.
Again, I don't remember which amp this is in reference to, but yes, I will keep doodling my Malmsteen licks and other licks, all sorts of licks, because I know how to play all sorts of licks. I doubt Norbert can, because Norbert spends too much time writing comments on YouTube instead of practicing his guitar. Then we have 828 Pro Photo, who writes, You're a hater. And he's spot on. I hate homophobes, I hate racists, and just in general, cunts. I think this was the Fender Champ 50 XL, whatever it was called. Yeah, like I said, I hate, in general, people who are assholes. But you kind of have to prove you're an asshole before I'll start hating you. But it's an amp. I don't hate a piece of gear. Hate is a strong word. I disliked the amp, for sure. But, there it is. Once again, if you want a Fender amp to sound great, buy a Fender guitar. Stay away from aftermarket crap like numbnuts here. Aftermarket crap. Again, we're referencing the mahogany Strat. Yeah, if buy a Fender guitar. If you want a Fender guitars are great. I have a couple. But to suggest that a Fender amp only sounds good with a Fender guitar is patently bullshit. It's absolute crap. And kind of after that statement, I kind of stopped listening to what Mr. Stephen Falk had to say, because what the fuck? Then we have Suvindra Ikibiki. Spicy Meatable. This must be a spoof video review. Andersons have praised its warm, impressive, clean sounds compared to the Boss Katana 50. The open back and Celestion Midnight 60 12-inch speaker gives it a room feeling quality. It is ideal for shimmering classic Fender clean tones. Admittedly, it is not an amp for shredding metalheads, but so what? The guy certainly likes showing off his vacuous, mindless, fast licks, but so what? Most music girl. He laughs like a silly, haughty, arrogant. I don't know what that is. The guy is a complete nut. Suvindra Ikibiki actually posted this exact same comment on that video as a reply to a lot of comments, and just this comment on its own. Andersons have praised might be Andertons, don't know. But they're trying to sell stuff. I'm not! And then we have Stephen Falk making a comeback.
Buy a real Fender guitar instead of a crappy wannabe body with even crappier wannabe pickups.
Fuck off. They're Seymour Duncan, YG and Fury pickups. They're quite good, but you probably won't like them because they're metal pickups and metal people have bad ears. Then we have Perry Saar, and I actually ventured into a bit of a discussion with good old Perry. So I'll just read the exchange. And by the way, to anyone watching this video who gets annoyed with these people, angry with these people, I do not want you to go write nasty comments to them, because even though they're being dickheads, I don't want anyone to start bullying them. Not on my channel, because I want this to be a nice, happy place, and I'll just deal with it myself. If you were thinking of writing something to someone who's been mean to me, thank you for the kind thoughts, but please don't. So, Perry. Of course it sounds bad. You are metalhead. This amp is made to play blues-style guitar, you dummy. Well, this was the Fender Champ modeling thing. Yeah, and I pretty much wrote that it's a modeling amp, which means that it's not made to play just one thing. Unless it's one of those new Fender modeling amps, really just models one amp. That's a different story. But this models a lot of different stuff. So, it, of course, is made to do lots of different things. And, yeah, I'm not a metalhead. People keep thinking that. But if I'd call myself something, it's diverse musical tastes man bun ponytail man. And Perry Saar continues with saying, a bad carpenter always blamed his tools. And I responded, that's why I'm neither a carpenter nor bad, and why this amp isn't a tool of mine. Basically, I would never record anything with the Fender Champ 50 XL, whatever it was called, because, yeah, I thought it sucked donkey balls. And Perry didn't like my response, so he said, your arrogant, pompous facial expressions clearly indicate a man who is self-righteous and skills are severely diminished by using such poor equipment. Please view a clip of Dave Simpson as he plays on this amp. It's jaw-droppingly beautiful. Well, I was way ahead of Perry. I'd already watched Dave Simpson reviewing that amp. And yeah, Dave Simpson was quite good. Jaw-droppingly beautiful? I wouldn't say so, but he's quite good. I didn't think the tones he got out of the amp were brilliant. I think what he played was mostly down to him having some tone in his fingers. And again, I did basically all of the sounds, the settings on the amp, and tried to tweak it a bit, and some of the sounds were okay, but some of the sounds were horrible. Comedy Gold, actually. Watch the video if you haven't watched it. Yeah, so Dave Simpson is good. It works for Dave Simpson, it doesn't work for me. Get over it. Or better off, just bugger off, Perry. Then we have Stephen Falk again. Your guitar is the joke here. You could buy a standard Mexican Fender and replace the pops with USA custom shops and you will be amazed. I didn't realize until I started doing this how many times Stephen Falk had commented. Some people get really wound up by gear reviews. It's what the fuck is going on? How can you get so angry? It's a piece of gear. I'm not insulting you. If you think I am, you have bigger problems than my gear review. And yeah, I've tried Mexican Strats. They're good. Then we have Art and little love letter to all gear reviewers. I fucking know what guitars are made of, and they're all made the fucking same. I know how pedals are made and what a fucking knob is for. Shut the fuck up and run through as many guitars and tone options as possible. I don't care about anything except for how it sounds. Good for you, Mr. Art and... or Mrs. I don't know. Again, there are those videos where it says no talking or sound playing only or something like that. Go watch those. I'll do what the fuck I want because it's my channel. If you want something different, start your own channel. Then we have Nico Distortion.
Show the pedal features, not how you play the guitar, fucking idiot.
Dear Nico, you calling me a fucking idiot has really made me consider my approach to making videos because it was such a constructive comment. And henceforth I will always remember that I'm a fucking idiot and will try to adhere to your wishes a bit more. Fuck off! Then we have John Cosgrove.
Sorry, Dad. I don't use overdrive pedals. I'm a pure guitarist.
Don't know why he's calling me Dad. Creepy. I'm a pure guitarist. I don't use overdrive pedals, which means that you're an acoustic guitarist then. That's what pure guitarist means, isn't it?
Gary Darnell. Typical guitar snob. If it doesn't have a valve and doesn't cost over $2,000, it must be shite. I have one and I love it. I can make it sound great because I'm not deliberately trying to make it sound bad.
Well, 2 points here. Typical guitar snob if it doesn't have a valve and $2,000, blah blah. The Roland Microcube is great. It has no valve. There are other things out there that don't have valves that are great. Great is, well, good. The Fender Mustang LT25, I like that, and yeah. It doesn't have to cost $2,000. The Harley Benson Tube 15, or the Tube 5, or the Bugera V5 Infinium or V22 Infinium, they all sound brilliant, but they have valves, so I'm a guitar snob. And then Mark Swabrick, let's end with the best one ever.
You look like someone whose computer hard drive the police would love to see.
Okay. So I responded by saying, let me guess you're trying to feel better about yourself by being mean to others. Here's a free tip. It doesn't work. And he got back to me.
It's not mean, simply a truthful observation. It's not my fault. You look like a neo-Nazi child molester.
Just like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's only because you want me to look that way. I wonder what Freud would say. Oh dear Mark. You've given me new nicknames. So I'm Mr. Man-Bun Ponytail Neo-Nazi Child Molester Gear Video of the Week. But this is, I mean, fuck you. I mean, fuck you, Mark. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. How the fuck do you get off calling someone, saying something like that to someone, even if it's online? Fuck you. Fuck you and bugger yourself and intercourse yourself. I mean, for fuck's sake, how the fuck do you get off saying something like that to anyone? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I need to rename my channel to Gear Reviews by Neo-Nazi Child Molester. What the fuck? Yeah. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, here's some of the stuff that you might have to look forward to. Oh, for fuck's sake, that last one. It's a bit disturbing. And if there was one comment that I would be okay with all of you kind of bombarding him with replies, that would be it. I don't know which video it's on, so I'd and please don't do it. Yeah, that's what you get for reviewing gear and doing lessons and playing music. I mean, some of this stuff is just, insane. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, let me know what you thought, which was your favorite. Like the video if you liked it, and yeah, join me on Patreon. You get all of my music for free. I can't do this, it's too much. I hope to see you in another one. I probably need a beer.